Several new developments in the Gabby Petito case as the FBI searches for her fiancé, Brian Laundrie.
Yes, tonight the Laundrie family attorney is saying that Brian's father, Chris, was asked to assist law enforcement in their search at the Carlton Reserve today. ABC4's Jillian Smuckler joining us live in studio. And Jillian, the attorney is also giving you details about the couple's road trip, including more on what happened right here in Utah.
Yeah, Emily, there's lots of new developments tonight. Earlier in the investigation, we heard rumblings about Brian flying home to Florida in the middle of the couple's road trip. But now the family attorney is confirming that he flew out of the Salt Lake City International Airport on August 17th, went home to Tampa, and then flew back here on August 23rd to rejoin Gabby. It's been quiet at the Carlton Reserve lately, but not today. Dozens of FBI agents back in the swamp looking for any sign of Brian Laundrie.
So they're going to stop in this area. And again, we don't know why or what they're doing, but we're looking.
While the FBI won't say why there's renewed attention there today, the Laundrie family attorney is now telling ABC News that Brian left home to go for a hike there one day earlier than his parents originally told investigators. The attorney saying the clarification came after further communication with the FBI. He also confirms that Brian flew out of Salt Lake City to Florida for 5 days in August during the middle of his road trip with Gabby. He says Brian flew home to obtain and empty and close the couple's storage unit to save money as they contemplated extending the road trip. His flight to Florida came 5 days after this incident in Moab. Petito's family talking about that fight and what the body camera video showed.
I think it was a blessing. I'm glad we got to see it. She's a real human being and she was in pain.
Meanwhile, Brian's sister is urging her brother to cooperate with investigators, as she claims she hasn't spoken to their parents in 2 weeks.
I don't know if my parents are involved. I think if they are, then they should come clean.
Back at the over 24,000-acre swamp, Brian's father, Christopher Laundrie, has allegedly been asked to help in the search for his son. The Laundrie family attorney says Christopher Laundrie was asked to assist law enforcement in their search for Brian at the preserve today. Since the preserve has been closed to the public, Chris has not been able to look for Brian in the only place Chris and Roberta believe Brian may be. Unfortunately, Northport police had to postpone Chris's involvement, but Chris and Roberta are hopeful that there will be another opportunity to assist. And back to the timeline, Brian and Gabby were seen together in Utah after he returned from that quick trip to Florida to grab a few things. And it was about a week later that he was back at the Florida home with that white van, but without Gabby. Glenn?
Jillian, let's get back to Brian's father being asked to help in the search at the Carlton Reserve. Interesting development there. Did the family lawyer give a reason for why Christopher Laundrie wasn't able to participate today?
No, unfortunately, he wasn't able to say what got in the way of that happening. But what I can tell you tonight is that it appears that Brian's parents are volunteering to help in that search, not just being asked to by police. So just major developments from them today as they've been silent for weeks now.
All right. No doubt about that. Much more to come. Thanks so much, Jillian.